Welcome. Yeah, welcome to the Angelus Show. The Angelus Goddess Show. Where we talk about small dicks, big pricks, religion, God, and everything else nobody wants to talk about. Anyway, this is a morning show. I thought I'd try some shit like that. So, like, I'm sometimes a cougar. I don't know if you guys know what a cougar is. Or a panther, you know what I mean? I'm like, I like the older guys too because they last longer, but, I like those kids like are like candy store, you know what I mean? They want to touch everything. That's sad, right? But really, I don't really go around having sex with a lot of people. I like to talk a lot of shit. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. But I think that's half of America's thing. With this whole sex chat, let me show you my dick thing. I really can't stand it. You know what I mean? It drives me friggin' nuts. I mean, come on. If we want to see your dick in the morning and the evening, don't you think we would ask? You know what I mean? Come on. If it was that special, wouldn't you be in like Playgirl or Hustler? Something. Yeah. Get back, cats. Trying to get my food. It's a morning special. So I thought I'd do a little bit of rapping. I'm not very good at rapping, but... So, Trick, you thought you were all that and some. That you said you had a big dick. I blocked your number because I knew you were just a prick with a small dick. Talking a bunch of shit. I don't understand why you gotta come at me this way. You're calling, you're begging, you're saying, oh, please let me come through and please you. Do you got some toys? Oh, fuck no. You're blowing smoke and noise up my ass, don't you know? I know. I feel funny. That's what happens when you eat breakfast and you just wake up. So yeah, literally, this youngster who's like 25. I am way older. But I said, alright, I'll give you a try. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't know him. It's not like, where people are meeting on that, what is it, Big Fish or whatever. More fish in the sea. This is our problem, America. We can't talk in person. We talk on radio. We talk on chat. We talk on social media. We talk on texting. We even Facebook, but we don't really look at anybody. My son talks to me all the time on Facebook, but he never looks me in the eye. Ever. My middle son, he talks at me, not to me. He thinks I'm 2 years old. And I'm not going to call. I guess that's a 2-year-old move, I hope all goes well for them. But I don't plan on answering the phone anytime soon. For him, his girlfriend, my youngest son. I'm not going to lie. At this point in time, let's get real. I like my oldest son best. And he's doing like unbelievable things right now. You know what I mean? He's like he's doing meth. And I don't know what else to say. But he's in his world. He's in his atmosphere right now. And to sit there and tell him, you can't do this. Or you can't do that. Is bullshit. Because let me tell you, if somebody would have told me some shit like that, man, would I win harder. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. God dang it, they did tell me some shit like that. And I did go harder, man. I went hard. And people would say, oh, girls don't get hard. They don't fucking... My dick was bigger than half the men I knew. Tell you. And you can ask half the people in TC County. That's old school anyway. Got a bunch of punks running that town. Stupidity everywhere. No OGs. Nobody that cares about the community. All they care about is that dollar. That's crazy. Out here in Granite City, Illinois, people are dying, literally dying to get in the graveyard. You know what I mean? Daylight. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the rest of the words to it. That's my favorite part of the Childish Gambino or whatever the fuck his name is. See, I'm so off the wall charted, you know what I mean, that they probably really don't actually play my shit on Facebook or anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I say it's explicit because sometimes I like to cuss. I like to say shit, fuck, damn, and oh, yeah. Hell fucking no. Daylight. You know, so it's growth season, toad season. I mean, for racial hate, and that really has come a long way. It's stopped in a lot of areas, especially where people have grown up. You know what I mean? In other areas, people still think white folks own slaves. Mexicans are probably the closest thing to slaves these days, if they're working in a field for somebody. But today they get paid good wages to go pick grapes and oranges. It took a while. I mean, the world is a fucked up place. So the show preteens and teens, it was I can't even remember. Let me see if I can find it. Got this thing going off. You know what I mean? My homegirl, let's see, can we go to my messenger? Sent me this shit, right? And I can't get to it, so you guys are gonna hold for a second. And we're gonna go to it, and then, there's a Vito with the small dick. Okay. Now we're back on. And I hope it didn't stop. Okay, yeah, it's cool. So we're back on. I don't know why. Okay, so she writes me, she sends me this thing, right? Which is really off the train, right? And it says, Sesame Street will feature now a Muppet whose mom is struggling with opioid addiction. Wow, when will the universe, I mean, come on now. When will we finally say enough is enough? Enough is enough. I feel like Howard Stern, when he first came out, you know, and he was really raw. There's a guy in Belleville who's really raw. I mean, I'm not expecting to make it anywhere, except for what I have to say is what I got to say. YouTube bans everything. And look, if I pay for my own podcast, I can say whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Not necessarily saying that they will play it on, like, iHeartRadio or YouTube or Facebook. You'll have to actually be a member, a follower, somebody that really likes my show. You know what I mean? Let's see if anybody's texted. It's way too fucking early for people, unless they're tweakers. You know what I mean? And I'm not a tweaker. I am straight up, waking up, it just doesn't want to let me log in for some reason. I don't even know. Daylight. And so what do you think about that girl with the song, she says, bury her boyfriend? Where do we go when we, what do we do when we, what do we do when we fall asleep? You know what I mean? What is that about? You know what I mean? That one's not there. I mean, really, what is that song about? And then all good girls go to hell. You know what I mean? And she comes out like a fallen angel, looking like Lucifer. You know what I mean? Trip out on that, right? And then she catches her wings on fire. And, it's crazy because she looks like, where do we go? No, I can't get into my Twitter account, so it can't be used. Her name's Billie Eyelash or some shit like that. She looks like she's possessed. I can't get into my Instagram. I had to get a new phone, dude. Check this out. My phone from mobile, what is it called? Oh, Metro PC by T-Mobile. That's not a commercial for them. It's a joke at them. You don't want them to just say fucking T-Mobile. You know what I mean? They don't want to be known as people that don't do contracts, because T-Mobile does only contracts. You know what I mean? And that's where they make their money. Now, at Metro PC, their phones are so expensive. The reason I went there before is because it was inexpensive. You know what I mean? Very inexpensive for me to have a phone from them. And I do this side thing because now, whether you know it or not, they have created a world inside of Metro PC by T-Mobile that you can buy a phone on contract for 10 months. And I kept saying, well, how much will it be in 3 months if I just want to pay it all off in 3 months? That's what I kept asking her. I'm not sure, but it's only $35 for 10 months. You know what I mean? I said, what if I give $100 down? She said, we can't do that. Otherwise, we can't finance you. So they basically forced me into a contract. And I say that because I was waiting for an important phone call, and my phone, now look, my phone is not, was not 5G compatible. They're kicking this 5G up to gear. I just want you guys to know that. They're kicking it up, and your phone, if it's not compatible, will do a reboot. And that's what it's doing, a reboot, you know, in like layman's terms. Because it's trying to link up to this 5G. And so what it does is it'll act stupid, like it won't do your speech to text. It won't do, just something simple, and you'll turn it off, right? And it won't come back on. Because the computer inside is thinking, right? I tell you, these motherfuckers are not smartphones. They're artificial intelligence. They're transformers. Transformers, more than meets the eye. But seriously, you know what I mean? This thing right here, it watches me when I sleep. If I know that it puts off a frequency. Okay, check it out. I know that. I'm not wearing a foil tin hat either. Let me say this. Your microwave, and we've all known about the microwave waves that come off the microwave. That's why we keep it in the kitchen when we run the microwave. You know what I mean? Because it has plutonium in it. Is it plutonium? Oh man, that's sad. I hate to tell you the wrong information because that would totally suck. If you got a caller out there that has some information and I don't, please call in at 314-899-3067. This is Goddess Radio. Saying what you think, too afraid to say. Grow up, universe, stand up for something. Or you're going to fall for everything, you know? Where do they come from and why do you want them? Where do we go when we sleep? You know what I mean? So, some of the shit that's being written. You know what I mean? Like a girl, come on, you already know. It's like they're selling their soul younger and younger. Here's what they don't know. If you're still an adolescent and you sell your soul and you're selling it for money And you're not chirpy and fucking all free will. You're doing it because you're in poverty. Your life is miserable. I mean, come on, listen to some of these songs that are out there, you know what I mean? When they first come out. I haven't heard anything new from Childish Gambino, even though he came out with the really cool Daylight. That's the only part I remember of it, but it's the coolest sound. It sounds like it's from the 70s, you know what I mean? But, I mean, listen to some of the lyrics and some of these songs that are coming out, especially these new artists, you know? I mean, they're really putting it out there. And they're not the only people that put out the truth in front of your eyes. Hollywood does it all the time on the movies. You know, remember the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman? Come on. You know what I mean? Look what they're doing. I mean, real science. Not the only science that they show you from 1980. I love watching, like, National Geographic, right? And this shit's dated from 1995 or from 1989. What the fuck year are we in? 2019, right? Come on, folks. Can we get up to speed on TV with what really is going on in the world? They got us so backdated, even with cable. They got us so backdated. You know, what's funny, that's really funny to me, is that I believe half the shows that we watch were recorded fucking 5 years prior. You know what I mean? Nobody's really getting cloned. It's just, they were kids when they did the fucking show, and now they're mid-teens or adults. You know what I mean? It's insanity. We don't know when they release shit. You put shit in so much fine print, you have to get a magnifying glass with a magnifying glass with a magnifying glass to see the shit. Plus glasses. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. Even on the medication, on the food we buy. Is it possible to print it any fucking smaller? Really? You know what I mean? My friend goes, what's it say on the Gorilla Glue? And it's pretty, like, big, you know, and, like, I have a hard time reading. Like, my eyes are got astigmatism or something in it. I can't remember. I gotta go to the eye doctor. And it seems like when you get older, you're always going to some kind of fucking doctor, some kind of gym, some kind of physical therapy. Nothing's ever good enough. It's fucked up. But it is what it is. You know? Daylight. Anyway, talking about the Transformers, you know what I mean? You notice when you talk about something, it always shows up on your Facebook, your Google. I used to love Google Plus because I didn't fuck with it. What the fuck is this Google One? And this new $215 phone. I'm not saying it sucks. Come on, dude. You wouldn't let me put $100 down to make it 3 month payments. I mean, $100 down would have broke down the other 100, you know, like into like $30. They want you to put some. They want you to be under the grind, under their thumb, in the grid so deep that you can't see. Driving a Ferrari so fast you're free. Not knowing that your children will never see you driving that Ferrari because they in a car seat. You know what I mean? Because you won't have that Ferrari when you wreck it and you crash it and you're dead and flames are coming up your body and steam and flesh is rising in the air because you owed so much money that the banks didn't even care. If your children had a house, a car to get to the doctor, to store so they could eat. Oh my gosh, I hate to say those words, but they were walking on their feet. They had no clothes after you died with all the bills you owed, all the money and all the things that you wanted when you were young so you could look like you were so bold. But instead, you sold your soul for credit in material things. You were so under debt in the grit of the grime that your finger was on the line. You gave your thumbprint with a little drop of blood. Not mine. Oh, hip-hop has gotten so crazy. It talks about shooting and killing and making meth and a whole bunch of babies doing overloads and over D's and overloading this and that, and I can't keep up with all the crap. Eminem has sold his soul. One of the best rappers that I ever known. You know what I mean? These white boys that are coming out talking about sitting in the backwoods, making moonshine and smoking all that trees and wood, flowers and bees and all that crap you see. I don't even know, but I've been told, sorry about that belch, it just came out of nowhere. Nah, it's not true. It was good food. At least it didn't come out in my underwear. I'm tired of all these people playing fake-ass games, talking all this shit with these fake-ass games and these guns, and they point them and they're shooting and they're killing. And what does our government have to do? They conquer and divide. They split us up from a nation. Because it said one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right? But you're proven guilty till innocent, not innocent till guilty. You sit in a cell and you wait, you lose your job. You lose your wages. You lose your weight. You know what I mean? Then you come out and you say, what had happened? Where's the justification? Where am I being reimbursed for all the lies and the temptation? For the unjust and corrupt. If you ain't got money, you ain't getting out. There is no OR for you. You screwed up when you were 2. Fuck you. You might as well stay on that ride. At least until you die. The fucked up thing is, if you don't die, you end up like me, 47, going to doctors every day, trying to get your life together, and your kids hate you in every fucking way. I'm not trying to rewrite history or flip the script so I look like a goddess to be. What I'm trying to do is let you know that this is true. You can't write the truth that's funny or hurts more than the real shit do. And I doubt anybody will ever know or knew all the shit I've been through. See, people get bits and pieces. They don't get the whole facts. They don't care about the facts. They judge so quick. They look at me, look at my skin. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go again. I'm white all the way through. I'm a cracker to most of you. But that's not me inside, you see, because I bleed just like you. I don't bleed blue, I don't bleed red. Wait a minute, let me think again. Oh wait, it's in my head. I do bleed red, but it makes it like a purple red. When you mix blue and red together, the oxygen with the red comes out with the darkness. You know what I mean? I never owned a slave, never wanted, well, maybe a house bitch every now and then. Let's get real, I can't lie to you. I'm spilling from my heart. Let's get true. I like me a good eye candy. I'm just like you. You know what I mean? I don't smoke, but I do smoke. I got a medical license that says I can toke. But I don't know what to tell you because it's legal in almost every state. You're going to find marijuana popping up on every corner. You're going to find new legislate that tells you you can and you can't and what you will and what you won't. And if we don't stop America, if we don't listen, we will go to jail, the guillotine, and fucking be put in prison. Fuck, when will we stand up and take our country back? Take our money back? That's for real. How come the left wing and the right wing are all in the same bird and they're all going to the same school singing the same songs and they're our next presidents? Not you or I. Coming up in the ranks of the dirt. They never worked a hard day in their life. And that shit hurts. Because I worked my ass off. My fingers to the bone. They hurt every day. Every joint. Every known. What is going on? What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with the world today? They sold their soul for an easy pay. This is AMKS Scottish Radio. Saying it like it needs to be said today. Grow up, universe, please. And I say that with all my heart. Stop falling for these false idols and false doctrine and these things that aren't nothing to be seen or be mean. I don't hate you. I don't want to see you fall. I'm not a crab in a bucket pulling you all. I'm here to tell you, stop taking the fall. Because you're better than that. You're better than that. You know why? Because God said so. If you don't believe in God, I'm sorry to say, you're a miracle today in every fucking way. And let me tell you something. If you survived half the shit I survived, when you know you should be dead. Fuck in my head at least. I know. A million times. And yet I'm still here. And I always fear for my kids. That sometimes some asshole might come along and say, well, your mama did blah, 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 bling, 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 ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You know what I mean? But it's okay, because I have to have faith. Anybody in jail will tell you monetary school, a Buddhist school, Hindu school, Muslim school, you find it real easy when you're locked in 4 walls in a jail cell with bars and barbed wire. How do you make friends? Well, you do favors. So you read in a group, you start an AA group, you go to Bible study, you go to Muslim school, you pray with other people, you don't even know who you are anymore, you're just trying to fit in. Fuck. It seems like it always begins. There's never an end. Anyway, I think I have nothing else to say. I'll shoot this on the wire and hope and pray that somebody that needs it will hear what I just said and will listen and hear what I say. It makes me sad. I'm a grandma today. I didn't think I would make it past 20. 23, 24, 26, 27, now I'm 44, 47. Damn, I can't ever shut the door. I've tried suicide too many times, and I'm still here, I'm still alive, so there must be a grand plan. And I'm not the man or woman to make that happen, because every time I drive the car, I end up in handcuffs or breaking out walls and tearing out fences, and it's a mess, and I hate to mend it. I'm not trying to be a superstar. I'm not trying to go real far. I'm trying to do the best I can, do the next right thing to help my fellow man. My kids think I'm crazy and stupid and a piece of shit. They don't give 2 licks, 2 fucks about me and my house and my kicks. You know? They say I'm a psycho, but if they only really knew how far I'd really go, just to save their soul, to save their life, their daughter's life, my grandbaby, I would go to prison and I would jump into that orange suit and blast that, floss that, like nobody knew. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of going to prison. These days I look forward to going to jail. No, I look forward to going to heaven. You know, my greatest fear is that God comes down and says, I don't know your work, sister. You say you did this in my name. But yet, you took the fame. You didn't give me no claim. You know, I like that song. What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us, trying to make his way home. What does that mean, man? I mean, it says help your fellow man, help the orphans, help the divorced, help the widowed. And what do? We stomp them in the ground. We orphanize their children. We abort them. And like KFMDF says, the only reason you are alive is because someone chose to let you live. You are the consumption of what you totally consume. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. If you consume material things, because that makes you feel good. But how does it make your kids feel when you're working 3 jobs and your bills are still due? I don't know. I'm not you. When I was in the game, everything was paid. My kids have everything I thought they wanted except for me and my emotional stability. They wanted a mom, not a gangster. Not a player, not a hustler. I'm trying not to smoke. No cigarettes today. Let's see how well this plays. I'm drinking my 2nd cup of coffee. And the day has just begun. It's on its way. It's 7:10 in the morning. And this is AMKS Goddess Radio. Saying what you think. You're too afraid to pray. I don't even know how to send it out to people today. Because I don't have all that bullshit on there like I used to every other day. You know what I mean? And it wants me to send some kind of crazy shit to people. I don't even know. What the hell did I hit? See, I'm telling you, this phone is like a hypocrite. I thought I hit Messenger, but apparently I didn't. I hit some other shit. I wonder, sometimes, as we get old, I watch my friends' hair turn from brown to gray. And when I went back to say hello, just 2 weeks ago, I only saw a few that were left. None else came out to play. Because they're not right in their head. Am I mad about that? No. I love them all the same. To see, like, when I leave someplace, somehow, I always know that they're going to be all right because I have faith. And then when they die, it's like they never really went anywhere. It's like they never really go. You ever notice that? Never. Well, it's time to get dressed and go to the gym and work out and lose some pounds. Who am I trying to impress? No one. I'm trying to get the weight off my heart so I don't die from a heart attack. That's funny how that goes, huh? Because when I was out there 22 doing methamphetamines, slinging dope and prostitutes, I didn't give a shit if I lived or died. And I knew nobody else did either. But apparently one person did, because when I tried to do it over and over again, I keep on. I can't even think of that song. Anyway, I gotta make my bed, my friends. Have a great day. You know what I mean? Remember to pray. Peace out. This is Goddess Radio, AMKS Goddess Radio. Saying what you think, too afraid to say. Go hard, America. Stand up for something, or you will definitely fall for everything. Peace out. May God bless.